y'all doing, everybody? Again, this is your host, the whiteologist, Mr. Blows Your Minds, and welcome to Black Minds News Report. Today's date is September the 15th, 2020, and first and foremost, want to say what's good to my fam, my subscribers and my family. What's good, every one of you who clicked on the video. Thank each and every one of you. Kindly will tip our hat off to oblige your clicking. Passerbys, if you happen to pass by, this is the most hated show in the black corner of YouTube. Go down the aisle. We always got a grand opening. Happen to see something that make you feel some kind of way. Remember that the motto of my show is the truth. Don't need no partner. Once again, in this country that we call the United States, and the dynamics between whether it's racial or it's about class and poverty and legislation and all the things. But then there's certain times when situations happen where it's like, well, you got to let some things off. You know what I mean? And so I seen this particular story here. And, I guess this can fit to many people out here. When you're able to get into a situation like this, but let me show you what I'm talking about here, right? Says, I am a queen of California, and you people are going extinct. Black passenger is escorted off plane by police in Sacramento after launching racial rant when asked to take her seat. Let me say that again. I am a queen of California, and you people are going extinct. Black passenger is escorted off plane by police in Sacramento after launching racial rant when asked to take her seat. Okay, now this is what we're going to talk about today. I had seen this put in the reports, and I was just kind of wondering, like, okay, I know a lot of times there's a lot of viral videos, but then there's something specifically that this woman said here, but then there's also the undertone and the sleight of hand of people, how they use, again, as Black Minds News. We always evaluate these situations and we try to find the needle in the haystack as to the cause and effects and sometimes the hidden agenda that people will not display in order for you to have the trained eye to be able to see. And this situation here we see is going to be on a plane. And, plane has hundreds of people on there with all different kinds of backgrounds and situations and emotions and feelings. And you got workers, right? Yeah, so it's a melon cocktail for just this American society or people in general and being confined in one place for a period of time. So, according to the article, it talks about this black passenger claiming to be a queen from California. Now, when we say the word queen, what comes in your mind as who uses the term queen, right? Let's see if there's a lot of racial connotation language being used here, right? So who is the one of the ethnicities in the United States who use the term queen? Do we have to say? Do you hear white women saying, I'm a queen? Do you hear Hispanic women saying they're a queen? Do you hear any other ethnicity saying they're a queen? So queen symbolically represents the black woman, right? Those are black women, and primarily those from the United States, cut from BADOS, who uses that title, okay? And so when the reports go on and talk more about it, they talk about the fact that there's a racial rant on the plane. Now, again, here we go. We're talking about queen, and then we're going to use the word rant and racial. So this here is already kind of suggesting that this person is a angry black person, right? Let me say that again. This person using the words queen, racial rant, this is an angry Negro, right? No, angry Negro on a plane, right? So what you're going to see is I'm going to show you to put you back into, again, what we do is we teleport back to the incident. So we're not there right now, but we're going to get there, right? We're going to use the all-seeing eye And some people will say that they like to astroplane. We're going to astroplane right there. We're going to be right there in the heat as we went there, but we're going to use this magic and we're going to get right there. Stay tuned for that. We're going to get there, right? So what you're going to see is you're going to see that there's a flight attendant and there's a situation that's about to take place with the flight attendant and the woman who they're calling a queen, who is having a racial rant, confined in this plane, right? And that it's about a situation about, when it's that time, doing number one or number two, whatever it might be, right? And so we're going to see, as I'm getting it queued up for you, we're going to go and teleport this situation here, right? We're going to have to go there. We ain't got no choice. We got no choice because otherwise it's just a story. So you need to see everything in here before I go ahead and give you all the ins and outs, right? Because you just need to see all the stuff, right? And so what we're going to see in this video as well is the fact that, you better put that back up there, sir. We're still talking about that, sir. Put that back up on the screen. Thank you, sir. So we're going to go, and when we teleport back in there, astral plane there, right? We're going to fly back into there, and we're going to see that this incident between this queen black woman who they say is a racial ranting and this flight attendant woman. And this is about the queen needed to use the restroom. Then somebody's going to intervene in this situation, they describe in the reports as a blonde woman. Now, why would they be talking about a blonde woman? What does blonde woman represent? Does blonde woman represent white woman? Because I know some of you are going to be like, wait a minute, black women has blonde hair too? Yes, they do, but is it, and I'm not going to say that a natural, but let me just say that if you're brown eye, brown skin, black hair, let's say 99.9% of the time, you're probably going to have black hair, right? Now, are there some natural black women with blonde hair? I don't know if there's any been born here in the United States, unless you don't have an admixture to you. Okay, so we're going to say that when the person who was writing the reports was saying about blonde woman, the blonde woman is representing what? As if I said the term queen. Who uses the term queen, right? We went through that little litany of words, and now we got to say, okay, blonde woman is going to represent who? Oh, the white woman, right? Blonde is going to represent the white woman, right? And so this white woman who is observing between the attendant and the racial ranting queen, she's watching this event unfold, and she, as the blonde white woman, is going to state her opinion. Again, the term is called MYOB, meaning mind your own business, but this one seems to feel like I'm entitled to impart this to you because somehow either you're agitating me or maybe I feel like that, I'm about to crack this whip. But whatever it was, she decided to intervene herself into the situation. Okay? So they say in the reports, they go on and said that the racial ranting queen becomes speaking louder. Now, again, let's look at these terms. Queen, racial rant, racial, speaking louder. Are these all trigger words or are these stereotypical words used to identify a specific type of people? Let me say that again. If I say queen, if I say racial and ranting, if I say speaking loudly, right? Does that, if you closed your eyes or had a blindfold on, if I just use those generalities in them terms, who do you have a mind's eye picture of, right? All right, let's just see. So again, when people are writing these reports and people who are reading, are they not tugging and pride and poking at certain things that trigger certain responses in you? Called propaganda, right? Yes, that's what they're doing, right? So they're going to say that now that this woman is becoming to speak louder, this queen, this racial rant she's doing, she's starting getting louder, and she tells this woman that who is the blind woman that, you know what? I'm not a child. She's telling her she's grown, right? And she's trying to use the facilities on the plane, right? And then she gets into this thing as to, well, you know what? Why do I even have to listen to anything that's coming out of your mouth? Now, is she right or wrong for that? Now, some people say, well, wait, she shouldn't have said that, right? Okay, so I'm just going to give you a little bit of there, but now we're going to go ahead and we're going to astroplane to this event here. That was just to give you just a little crux of where we're going, and we're going to come back after the fact, right? So let's go ahead, teleport ourselves back. Let's go on over and fly ourselves over to, what was that, in Sacramento? Let's hit it. Let's go.
Black hair, all that eyeliner with pale face. And that's why you smashed. Is there no bathroom? Everything you have to do.
I'm sorry.
I'm not doing the
Okay, excuse me. I need to get out my door.
Now, don't push me.
Go to the bathroom and sit down.
You see what she did?
I need to get to my door.
She can't have me.
Ma'am, I need to get to my door.
She want me to go to jail. Y'all see how she antagonizing me? Y'all see how the lady doing? Look, and then she coming. Look, all I'm trying to do is use the bathroom. Watch, watch. The lady is getting aggressive with me.
You're not listening.
I'm not a child. I'm grown. I'm trying to use the bathroom. The lady is coming.
I see the bathroom.
Now she needs to get to her door. Can I get to my bathroom? No. What do I gotta listen to?
Nobody's blocking you.
What I gotta listen to? Are you my boss? You are white privilege. You're not my boss.
Okay.
Sit down. Sit down. Oh, thank you. You're not my boss.
I need to.
And you're not my boss.
To disarm.
You're white privilege. Sit down. You don't have privilege over me.
Oh, I don't.
Thank you. You have privilege. No, but all of a sudden you gotta go back here. You wait for me to get to my bathroom and have respect for me like you've been having.
Call them now.
Call them.
I need to get to my door.
Good. And I need to get to my bathroom. So you rate and respect people. You have white privilege and it's not here. It's over with. It's 2020.
Yes, it is.
Wake up. You got a mask on.
Yes, I do.
So you're under the government too. You're confined. And you don't have white privilege anymore. I'm a queen. California. She was from a black queen.
Okay, well I need.
You don't talk because you so privileged that you got to get to somebody else and tell them you're not listening. I don't have to listen to you.
Then go to the bathroom.
You don't run me. You go to the bathroom. You shut up and stay in your lane. Okay. You have nothing to do with this, little girl. I'm not talking to you.
Okay.
Listen to your mama.
I don't care.
She should have told. I know you don't care. You so grown.
Ma'am, I need to get to my door.
Okay, thank you. And I need to get to the bathroom. Like I said, y'all don't run people. You don't run America, you run yourself. So get off your little mentality that you better than somebody, because you're not. Thank you, That's what I say. See this little shit right here? This whole little mentality. But you need to understand, you don't run America no more.
Everyone seated at this time.
That shit over with. Call the police. You don't run me. And guess what? When I was 14, they said, oh, you people are so the same. I slapped the shit out that white bitch when she told me that all y'all white people are so the same. And that's I got off that bus in Richmond, California. So you can think all you want to. All y'all people is all the same. That's what y'all teach in your house. But black people don't teach that hate in our house. You need to understand that. Yeah, we don't teach hate in our house. Y'all teach hate in y'all house. Y'all narcissists. But you ain't gonna play that shit with me, yes. Because I'm not a slave. I never came from Africa. I'm an indigenous person to this country. You shut up. Let me tell you instead of what your mama taught you. Let me tell you the truth. I'm the queen in this motherfucker. You understand me? You came from my color. Black make every color. You understand me? Black make every. Your people are going extinct. And that's why you're mad. You can't procreate. That's what eugenics was about. That's what eugenics, the Darwin theory, because y'all know the truth. I've been waiting to say this. I've been waiting to say this all my life. You're mad because only black people have the genes to procreate. And y'all know the truth. You come from me. A black person can make any color in Africa, white with blue eyes and blonde hair, just like you. Have a twin, one my color and one your color. It's called Esau and Jacob. You be quiet. For real. And I got the promise to my people. And you mad. Because the promise is coming. You understand me? You can take me to jail. You're mad. Go ahead. Now let me let my people know the truth on this motherfucker. Esau and Jacob, you mad because the promise is coming to my people, and you think we stole the birthright? But it's, shut up, bitch. It's coming to us. It's coming to us. You understand me? You can't do nothing about it. That's why y'all so mad. But this whole corona shit is all about is that God is coming back for his people. And I don't give a damn. Keep praying. And when he comes, y'all gotta get this racist shit out of here. Because if you don't, you can't accept the Lord Jesus Christ. And I don't give a damn. That's what it's all about. Because he looks like you and he looks like me. That's what he looks like. I'm tired of it. She gonna get it. They think I got so much white privilege to tell people what to do, but she need to understand California is a black queen, and that's who I am. I will. I don't have a problem. She laughing is funny, but she need to understand and respect the queen when she see one in her face. Bow down, bitch, because your eyes is recessive. I got the dominant gene. I took all. I got A+, and all of it. Okay, Mom. That's right.
I'm sorry.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
Everything. Everything. A+. You got the recessive gene. I got the dominant gene. The brown eyes and skin is dominant over the blue eyes. It's recessive, bitch. I'm very smart.
All right, we are black, right? Ooh, so that was a lot to chew on there, right? There was a lot to chew on in that whole situation there, right? So again, I kind of gave you a little bit of the foundation to it prior to we transported ourselves over there to be in there. We was right in the plane as it was happening. Just me a day was a day short and a dollar, was a dollar short and a day short, right? But anyway, we were there, right? So we got to see. Now, based on what I was saying in prior before, again, what the reports had wrote is the fact that, again, we're talking about a woman who's saying that she's a queen. They say she's a racial ranting. She seems to be getting louder, right? And then she is having a situation with a flight attendant. And from that situation, did I say fight? I hope I didn't say fight, did I? Oh, okay. If I said fight, scratch that. Wasn't no fight. We having a conversation between her and the attendant, and what we have to do is find out everything that she said. Is it true as to how that whole situation, let's say, evolved into what we end up seeing as it escalated, right? Because that's what they want to write. They say escalated, but just basically, we as BADOS, we have family members, again, people who just read you your rights. If you get on the wrong side of them, they just gonna tell you like a TI is, accept it or try to debate it. But that's just how it goes. Now, the issue here is, did it merit for her to be taken off of the plane? Right? That's what we got to look at. Did it merit what happened? Did somebody abuse their power? Did somebody create a situation to use the back door to alleviate you because either they're irritated by you or some things that you're saying that are maybe true that they didn't want to hear, and I'm going to use my power to, use my authority on you, right? So let's look at this. So we get to the point again, it says speaking louder. Now the thing is, she's trying to get into the bathroom. Now, was she already in position to go to the bathroom? Was she already in a position to go to the bathroom? Was she? Was she? Is the question. You got to ask yourself, was she in a position to go to the bathroom? Maybe you didn't notice it, right? So let me show you something here. Okay? You see that picture there? She's pointing at where she's standing, and I actually think there's somebody even in front of her. She's trying to go to the bathroom, right? Now you do see that the attendant is behind her there, right? Unless there's some people who are going to just say, well, she wanted to get by. All right, hold that thought. Let's see what you thought was going to be actual. Because see, a lot of times, a lot of people like to insinuate, but then once you put the facts in front of their faces, they say the receipts. See, what we do over here is we give you the visual receipts. Everybody else gives a lot of stuff. We give you the visuals because we do things dealing with, again, the hidden nobody wants to talk about. But anyway, so you see that position that she's in right there, right? She's in there, which is the attendant is in the vicinity of her, making her way towards her, right? That's what you see there. Okay? And so what do we see next, right? You see her again, right? She's turning, whatever that little space is right there, which is going to the washroom, right? And then you see the attendant looking at, you see, I caught the picture of this black woman right there, right? Do you know what that black woman had asked the attendant right there? To show you that that what the queen, the so-called racial queens is doing, let's see if she's factual about what she's stating. Was she standing because she was trying to get into the bathroom there, or was she just being a nuisance to the whole plane? Listen to what this sister says that you see right there on your left corner screen there. You see the eye contact with her and the flight attendant. She's going to ask her something. You may hadn't noticed it, but I did. So check this out, and we'll be right back. Check this out.
I'm sorry, hon. I'm not going to. Is there another bathroom? It's going to be a minute. I'm sorry, hon. I'm not going to. Is there another bathroom? It's going to be a minute. I'm sorry, hon. I'm not going to. Is there another bathroom? It's going to be a minute. I'm sorry, hon. I'm not going to. Is there another bathroom? It's going to be a minute. I'm sorry.
All right, we back, right? So, did you hear what she said? Is there another bathroom? Is there another bathroom? So, why did that sister say that? Now, we see that she's actually sitting next to her friend, I would assume, right? But she's stating that to either insinuate that she could go to another place, direct her to another bathroom. Question, is there another one? What did the flight attendant say? What did it say? Right? Was there another bathroom or there wasn't another bathroom, right? So obviously, Queen of California is in that position because she's trying to do what? Go into the bathroom, right or wrong? Going into that bathroom, right? Okay. So that's being established, right? Is it not? You hear that person in your vision there talking about a bathroom, and the same thing is saying, well, you know what? Is there another one? Okay, so guess what? That's been established. There's another bathroom. Looking for the bathroom. Flight attendant said there's another one. So this is what we had to deal with. Okay, so so according to the article, right, she got into the debate as to the woman getting into her business, right? You know, the woman started getting into her business, you know, asking about all this stuff and stuff like that. And we see that, right? She telling her, you know, now what they write in the article is that blonde hair, that's the blonde hair woman that she was talking to on the seat there to the side. Now the blonde hair woman, right, saying telling her she need to listen, right? And then that's where the queen is talking about, you're not my boss, you're white privilege. Remember, she got into the whole thing about white privilege, right? Just sit down, white privilege, sit down. So she was nicknaming her white privilege, right? And so they write in the article, and the way they wrote this, I know that, again, this is an underlying connotative kind of joke that they would get, and some of us, we don't pay attention. But they had said in the article that I was reading, talking about, wait for me to get to my bathroom, right? So they said my bathroom, right? They ain't saying it because they're trying, you know, like, you know, she's pompous in mind. You know, they, again, queen, racial rant. She's getting loud, right? Now she's being possessive. Oh, this is my bathroom. And then talking about, please respect me, right? So then they also go on and they say that this queen is refusing to move, right? They said that the queen is refusing to move. Did you see her refuse to move? Now, some of y'all will say what you thought you saw. It's kind of like saying, for instance, I'll give you a scenario. Say there's a 4-corner, wherever you live at, there's 4 corners. There's a street that got 4 corners on it. There's a person on the east, west, north, and south. And then an accident happens right in the middle. Now, each one of you will represent a person on the corner as to how you saw what you saw at the time of the crash happening. Now, me, or I'm going to say me, but to say the police officer come and tries to get a report from everybody. Everybody, based on whether you were looking directly, did the noise turn and make you look? Was you directly looking at it, or you had just came out from somewhere and called, you know, different timings of it. So different people are going to see things according to the way, either the way they want to see it, or they will ignore what they thought, or they will misinterpret because they insinuated something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you back. We're going to teleport back there, because they say that what the reports say is that the woman wouldn't move, and she refused to move because the flight attendant had asked someone or asked her to move. Right? This is what they said. Now, let me take you back to the event. I'm going to show it to you several times, and I want you to see this. Ready to see this? Check this out. I'll be right back.
Okay, excuse me. I need to get on my door. Now, don't push me. Okay, excuse me. I need to get on my door. Now, don't push me. Okay, excuse me. I need to get on my door. Now, don't push me. Okay, excuse me. I need to get on my door. Now, don't push me. Okay, excuse me. I need to get on my door. Now, don't push me. Okay, excuse me. I need to get on my door.
So I cut myself short on that one, right? So what did you see? What did you see? Did you see what you thought you seen, or did you see exactly what you just saw? Need I play it once again? Maybe I need to do it another shot. Maybe you didn't see it. So again, reports say one thing. You see how they talking, but what did you see? What did the all eyes catch? See, this is the evidence that, see, those people who would sit there and then they were going to say all these negative stereotypes and how unruly and unlawful. But what did your eyes see? Let's play that one more again. One more again. Hit it.
Okay, excuse me. I need to get on my door. Now, don't push me. Okay, excuse me. I need to get on my door. Now, don't push me. Okay, excuse me. I need to get on my door. Now, don't push me. Okay, excuse me. me, I need to defend my doors.
Now don't push me.
Okay, excuse me, I need to defend my doors.
Now don't push me.
Okay, excuse me, I need to defend my doors.
All right, we are black, right? So, once again, what did you see? Did you see someone be the aggressor? But if you would go and read, and then many people, and some of the stuff that you're reading that are coming from people's comments, how come they don't see the same thing? How come automatically, because the person who is saying the things that you don't want to hear seems to be the aggressor, the one is the shit starter, right? All right. So again, the article says that the woman again refused to move. So they say, which the flight attendant asked someone out to shout out to call them now. Now, that's what you heard, right? Now, she said she refused to move. Was she in line to go in the bathroom is one. Two, if you're going to go across somebody, right? Do you make an announcement to say, excuse me, I'm trying to get by? Or do you shove them and say it at the same time as you do? Let me say that again. So, according to the article says that the woman refused to move. Now, what we went and established is the fact that is there another bathroom that the black woman that's sitting next to Miss Goldilocks, right? And said, is there another bathroom? To the attendant says, to her knowledge, no, right? Then she walks. Now again, if you're going to go past somebody, it's a narrow way. Are you to announce before moving, or do you move then announce? Some people still will say, well, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see anything. What are you talking about? You're just making that up. Really? Let me give you a still shot then. Huh? What do you see? Do you see that hand on her and her back turned? Do you see that hand shoving her in her back and then make the announcement? So who's the aggressor here? Is it the Queen of California, or is it the flight attendant who's frustrated about some of the things that you might be saying? Or is this my way to use my authority because, you know, I don't like you no way. So I'm going to use my position to inconvenience you, right? Is that what happened there? Is that a figment of our imagination? Or do you need to get another shot of what you seen? Just in case you thought you didn't see it. One more again, Sam.
Okay, excuse me, I need to defend my doors.
Now don't push me.
Okay, excuse me, I need to defend my doors.
Now don't push me.
Okay, excuse me, I need to defend my doors.
Now don't push me.
Okay, excuse me, I need to defend my doors.
Now don't push me.
Okay, excuse me, I need to defend my doors.
Now don't push me.
Okay, excuse me, I need to defend my doors.
All right, we black, right? So, who was the aggressor here? Was it Queen California, or was it the flight attendant? Do you announce before you move, or do you move and then announce? So, we see that she said that you push me. But the attendant is trying to play it off like that's not what she did. She didn't do that. So that would make the person, the queen, to be lying about the situation, right? Yet here you are as the person, as the aggressor, but because of your authority and position, you get to say, you get the result, your authority at this particular time, and then here it is. We got to go through the whole process to try to get rendered justice when you abused your power from the get-go, right? Did she not abuse her power? And then what did she yell out? Call them now. Wait a minute. Call who now? So now what you're going to do is I'm going to make you go through the process. And this is what I was talking about before with some of the other videos when we talk about, you know, how certain situations that we be in and then people will abuse to make you go through the process because their ill will feeling towards you. And this is their way of being able to get at you and act as if like, well, I was just doing my job, right? So when she did what she did, as you see there on your screen, what did the sister say? The queen, the queen. What did the Queen of California say after that? Y'all didn't hear? Listen to what she says.
You see what she did? I need to get
she
to my
put her hands in me.
Ma'am, I need to get to
She
my
want me to go to jail. Y'all see how she antagonizing me?
Valerie.
Y'all see how the lady doing me? Look, and then she coming. Look, all I'm trying to do is use the bathroom. Watch. The lady is getting aggressive with me.
You're not listening. Sit down.
You see what she did?
I need to get
she
to
put
my
her hands in me.
Ma'am, I need to get to
She
my
want me to go to jail. Y'all see how she antagonizing me?
Valerie.
Y'all see how the lady doing me? Look, and then she coming. Look, all I'm trying to do is use the bathroom. Watch. The lady is getting aggressive with me.
You're not listening. Sit down.
You see what she did?
I need to get
she
to
put
my
her hands in me.
Ma'am, I need to get to
She
my
want me to go to jail. Y'all see how she antagonizing me?
Valerie.
Y'all see how the lady doing me? Look, and then she coming. Look, all I'm trying to do is use the bathroom. Watch. The lady is getting aggressive with me.
You're not listening. Sit down.
You see what she did?
I need to get
she
to
put
my
her hands in me.
Ma'am, I need to get to
She
my
want me to go to jail. Y'all see how she antagonizing me?
Valerie.
Y'all see how the lady doing me? Look, and then she coming. Look, all I'm trying to do is use the bathroom. Watch. The lady is getting aggressive with me.
You're not listening. Sit down.
You see what she did?
I need to get
she
to
put
my
her hands in me.
Ma'am, I need to get to
she
my
want me to go to jail. Y'all see how she antagonizing me?
Valerie.
Y'all see how the lady doing me? Look, and then she coming. Look, all I'm trying to do is use the bathroom. Watch. The lady is getting aggressive with me.
All right. So what did you see? Right? Did Queen of California say it right? That this woman now is trying to put me in a position to antagonize me so that I can go to jail. Is this what just happened for those who do not have the eyes to be able to read the spirit and the situation? Is that what you saw? Did you see that? Now, originally, when you just seen the entirety of the video, many people wouldn't have seen what they thought they seen, and based on their own luggage of how they either programmed to be, having racist or racism or bigotry or whatever, you're going to be silent. But when you present and show exactly what took place, what are you seeing here? So is somebody abusing their power because of them having the ability to use it? Is there a better way this could have been done? I'm pretty sure there were better ways, but did you also see Goldilocks, knowing what just took place, is still saying, you're not listening. See? Supporting, and yet you're in the wrong. Isn't that what really a lot of the problem is that's going on in this country? Is a lot of these people have people in their family, they know who they are, but they support them any damn way, right nor wrong. And yet the evidence will be presented before, and someone is still going to sit here and see this video, and you know what they're going to still say? That's not what I saw. That's not what that is. But what else you gonna be able to say when you seen a person shove and then say, excuse me? So you getting off the aggressor to make you react for me to react, to respond, and then you're gonna have me get locked up. But yet the sister stayed cool enough that, hey, don't push me, right? And what do you see as that's being done, right? What did you see? Huh? What did you see? Right? What did you see? See, they don't do this. This ain't what the news do, right? They don't do this. Huh? What do you see? Do you see that hand in that face? Do you see that being on her like that? You didn't see all that, did you? You didn't see none of that. You just seen what you thought you seen, but then to go ahead and show it, now you see what it is. And yet, what end up happening, right? What happens in the end of this? You see what happens, right? You see that brother had to come in there and escort her out of there, right? But before we even get to that part, right? Before we get to there, right? She gets back on Goldilocks, right? Because Goldilocks is in there not minding her 3 bears in a bed. And so she gets into this thing about white privilege. Now, you know, a lot of people have been denying the fact that white privilege even exists. And many of our people will argue, and many of us, and say that that's just a figure of imagination. It's all about class status. You know, what you put in is what you get out. If you're not educated and so forth, that there is no differentiating in the system. There is no privilege towards one group better than the other. We're all equal. Yet, but your people have been fighting all this time to be equivalent to whom? Right? So after the fact that you see that she shoved and then she says, then afterwards she says, call them, which is now she's signaling to go get who? The authorities. Get the sheriff or whoever that is to get you off of the plane. So now she wants to make it seem as if, ma'am, I need to go. I need to get by. Kind of like what we seen the other day when it was the sheriff with the black passenger. Down there, they choking him, smothering him. And then he wants to yell, he's biting me. But you got your hand over his mouth. How could he bite you if you ain't got your hand over his damn mouth? Let me say that again. Yes, remember that the other day for those who watched the video with the police was down there, the 2 was wrestling Roderick Walker. And then they had him down there, and then the one cop, well, then now you got both of their weight on top of you, and one choking you out, and the other one over there trying to smother your nose and your mouth. And then he was like, he's biting me. Well, you got your hand over my mouth. You understand? You're trying to take my air from me. What else I got to do there? Got my hand. You got one hand. He got the other one with your weights on me, and you're trying to knock me out, right? So here again, another situation is use the situation, and subliminally, no one is going to be able to see what I'm really doing, right? I'm pulling strings in the spirit. I'm using subliminals to create a situation that's going to be bad for you, right? And so the sister's kind of reading that. Miss California Queen is reading that, right? And then did you notice that when that was going on, this announcement came on, they get to take your seats. So that means somebody else, some other flight attendant went over and hit the button, right? But the whole situation is about going to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? People act like, again, they needed you to go get you a permission slip so that you can go to the bathroom. Queen said, hey, I'm a grown woman. And Goldilocks, this ain't got nothing to do with you. Right? And so she goes on to what they say racial rant. Now she said, you know what? I've been wanting to do this. I've been wanting to read y'all rights all my life. I've been seeing things, studying about certain things. You know, got me off with Robin Harris. You say pistivity. I'm pissed off. And let me read you your rights. So she going to all these things that she started explaining and saying and stuff like that. And you can see the reaction. Like they say, if you take a rock and throw it amongst a crowd of dogs, only the ones that's hit are going to yell. And that's what you were seeing. The things that were coming out of her mouth were like rocks being thrown at a bunch of dogs. And the dogs were getting hit, and they were yelping and barking and howling and growling. You understand? So that's why she was kind of like Bruce Lee into the Dragon when he had to fight all them. Remember that? And they all came out the damn elevator and shit. And he was just, Bruce was just whooping it. He was like, you. You know what I'm saying? She was in there, Bruce Lee and everybody, right? Well, maybe I need to say Bruce Leroy. Anyway, right? So anyway, she was in there fighting everybody on the train. So she got into that. She recognized, you know what? You gonna get the last. I mean, you gonna be able to get this off because I know they're gonna come and take me up here. But so let me read y'all my right or your rights before I get up out of here. So she went into this whole litany of things, talking about white extinction and the fact that talking about Charles Darwin and talking about the evolution of race and that you ain't the original blonde hair, blue eye that originated in Africa. You know what I'm saying? She went into a whole litany of things. And so you could just imagine if you could just read the inside that certain of them was getting hot under the collar. You know, there's so much that's been too black. Everything about pro-blackness and all this Black Lives Matter. You could just imagine if we could just see temperature, vision, a thermometer and having a temperature and it was red hot. Back in the old school days, to bust the glass and come up out of there, right? That's what you were seeing. And she was throwing a lot of rocks in there. The whole plane, then there was people who were laughing. Now, again, they were talking about that some people were laughing as to be laughing at her, but then there were some people who were laughing because they was in agreement to what she was saying. You know, split crowd. She didn't have them all in because, again, you could see the different dynamics of people. And, you know, you could see skin tones and things like that. And, you know, she just went off. She said she been told a long time ago, these are the things, and that y'all mad because you can't procreate. Is that true? Only they know if that's really true or not. I know, again, we do the news over here. I done did stories that talked about that. And when she talking about white extinction, well, my channel got deemed negative because I did that. Not because I was saying that, you know, we were cajoling and slapping fires. It was just the fact that this was the science and this was the news that was coming out. And they made sure that video went viral for what we do here in the Black news. Went 300,000. Right? I rounded up. It was 275, 276, but rounded up to 300,000. And they said enough of that. And they got that off. And then they started to shut the whole channel down. So what she's saying, is there any facts to it? And so a lot of people, again, a lot of you brand new ones, smell brand new right out the pack. You hear somebody talking like that. So again, you saying that, oh man, you're racist and you're a hater. How can be something be racist and hateful if it's just true? Yeah, you may not want to hear it, but sometimes the truth is good for you, especially when you're a person who is stubborn, steadfast, and y'all not willing to change. The only thing that actually that's going to make some movement in you, sometimes you won't have to hear the truth. Matter of fact, isn't that what the scripture talking about? The word was and the word was with. In the beginning, the word was. Well, guess what? The thing that the people of the Creator got. We got that word. If anything that we got, if we ain't got nothing else, we got that word of that truth. And I think that's what the problem is with a lot of people is, I think y'all really know that, but y'all don't want to hear it when it come out of us because somehow you high-minded and you think, again, if she say white supremacy and white privilege and all this other stuff, that you can see the truth, hear the truth, but you're going to be steadfast in what you believe and what you think. So you have an upper hand of an institution and society and everything that can benefit and use and then put you through the process. You win at that time, but later on, is this sister going to win? Was it merited for her to be thrown up that plane? Now, and even like I said, even when you go read the reports are they're even biased in the way that they're reporting. They're saying all kind of things that just, they just seem to have a racial connotation to it, right? They saying things that passengers sitting in the area appeared to be bemused or agitated, right? Right? So that's what I kind of said. I said the same thing, right? And so they even wrote in there to say, Queen is this motherfucker, right? Wait a minute. Did y'all hear that? I played the entirety of what they had out there. I didn't hear no Queen of this motherfucker at all. Maybe she did say it. Maybe she did say it. Maybe I just didn't want to hear, right? Or like some people going to see what they sing, going to say they didn't want to hear. Okay, that was the case. All right. So, and then they said that minutes done passed by. Then they said she went in to start preaching. Now look at all these connotative stereotype words. Preaching, she got loud, racial rant, queen, all these things are just, to try to paint a negative light on black people because when You done had enough of the nonsense and the subliminal games that people play, and you make that stance. What end up happening is they're going to try to, paint it. It's kind of like when you go back and look at that situation that happened in that Central Park with the bird watcher when the woman called 911. She admits she was wrong, but then she still went back and said something to try to even still not take full responsibility. She still found a way to try to say she still wouldn't take full responsibility. Yeah, you did what you did. That's because, we can say what it says in the book, because a lot of people say they read these books that they put on our ancestors and made us believe and inculcate that into our children for generation upon generations. But obviously they didn't read, or then certain scripture they didn't touch, right? That the truth was never in one. We don't know who are they talking about, but that's what they say. And so when we keep presenting this stuff to them, they're never going to accept it, because again, it's a burning reef on one's head. It's like putting, like they say in Africa, they put that hot tire on you, put the gasoline, throw that tire and light your ass up, and you running around, can't take that shit off, right? So that's kind of like what the truth be doing. So they talking about she got to preaching to all the other passengers, right? And then she, again, like I said, she Bruce Lee. The mother's talking crazy to her. She giving them a shot. You over here, you over there, you back over there, right? And then they said she accepted her fate. Now, wait a minute. See, there you go again. Fate. Black folk thing. Because I don't know, but anyway. So here it is. You see that the officer end up coming, right? So let me give you a visual of that, right? So you know what happened, right? We seen what happened, right? We seen the brother come in, and I got to commend that brother, because he did that the right way. He didn't have to do it that way. He did it the right way, because do we got that? You didn't set that up, sir. You were supposed to set that up, sir. You didn't set that up. I got to put a help wanted in the window, man. You slacking up, man. You slacking, man. I don't know what happened to that, right? Let's see if it's down there. Because I think that brother need to be commended on what he did. Because if it would have probably been somebody white, it would have probably been looked entirely different. I guess not. I didn't put that in there, right? Go in there and pull that up, because they need to see that. Because ironically, and I guess the good thing about that whole situation is the fact that she was able to actually get a brother, because she was able to say a few more things. She went in there, and again, she was in there just saying, she just let it roll, right? She just, I've been want to say this, and here's my opportunity, and bam, here it go. And she did what she had to do, right? Now, there's a lot of people who are going to say she was an angry, she was an angry black person, right? But the whole point is, if it was about her going to the bathroom, right? And whether I can't say that the flight attendant didn't have the right to go to and fro, but could there have been a proper way for that flight attendant? Here's a person who's already a little agitated, kind of getting in back and forth with people a little bit. Okay, if that's what y'all want to say. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that was the real beginning of the crux of it. But let's just say you're the flight attendant and you need to get by. Are there proper ways to let somebody know you need to get by? Or do you do what you did, according to what we've seen? Not what they're trying to insinuate, but what we also seen and what we know. You shoved first, then you said what you said, which means that you became the aggressor. You were the antagonizer, right? I know a lot of people are going to see it different than what I just said and presented here. So what you do, y'all go ahead, and let's go ahead and get this quick little break, and then we'll be back after this. All right, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming over here and clicking on the video. Black Minds News, thank you for each and one of you for doing that. Again, we have another channel called Black Minds TV. We're trying to get that up to its thousands. That's the way you can help to support this channel. A lot of y'all been slow, and if you have done it, send me a message, because I believe I see, according to the stats, that it's showing numbers, but the numbers not changing. Is because I know they're sitting here listening to me. I'm the most hated show on the Black Corner internet. This is not new. I've been doing this going on 9 years now, right? How can a channel that's been around for 9 years that can't get past 100 views? You tell me if I'm not being suppressed, right? You clicked on the video, right? A lot of you are not subscribers, right? But how come I can't? And I've been stuck on the number I've been on for years now, right? So again, if you want to go ahead and help, go over to Black Minds TV, still subscribe. Some of y'all subscribing and you're hiding. I don't know why, but maybe you might be somebody else. But anyway, it's okay. Again, like, share, comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me the things that you think that, hey, Mr. B, blows your mind. I think that was a lot of bullshit you just said. Or maybe see some things that was there. Again, I am the most hated show in the Black Corner of the internet. Until the next show, y'all. Until the next show.